This is an interesting and moral story. This story starts from the Aiden's village. First meet hard worker Aiden, who was very kind-hearted boy. He often helped other people. One day Aiden helped a poor old man in real. He was a prince of magic world. Aiden good deeds changed his life. In a small, picturesque village by the river, there lived a poor fisherman named Aiden. Despite his own hardships, Aiden was known for his generosity. He often helped the elderly and needy in the village by ferrying them across the river in his old, rickety boat without asking for any payment. Aiden lived with his elderly mother, who was very sick. The cost of her medicine and care had forced him to borrow money from various people in the village. Every day, as he set out in his boat, he hoped to catch enough fish to sell and repay his debts, but the river had been unkind, and his nets often came up empty. One sunny morning, as Aiden prepared to push his boat into the water, a frail old woman approached him. Her clothes were tattered, and she looked hungry and tired. "Can you take me across the river?" she asked in a trembling voice. Aiden smiled warmly and helped her into the boat. "Of course, no charge," he said, rowing steadily to the other side. The old woman thanked him profusely, tears in her eyes, and Aiden felt a sense of satisfaction, knowing he had helped someone in need. As the day went on, Aiden continued to help others. An old man needing to visit his daughter, a poor farmer needing to get his crops to market, and a mother with her child, all found a helping hand in Aiden. But by the end of the day, his nets were still empty, and he returned home with a heavy heart, knowing his debts were piling up. That evening, Aiden's mother coughed weakly from her bed. He sat by her side, holding her hand.
"Don't worry, Mother. I'll find a way to pay for your medicine," he promised.
The next morning, as Aiden walked through the village, the people he owed money to approached him one by one. "Aiden, you need to pay us back. We have been patient, but we can't wait any longer," they said, their faces stern. "I promise I'll repay you soon," Aiden replied, though he wasn't sure how. He felt the weight of his mother's illness and his debts pressing down on him like a heavy stone. One afternoon, as Aiden was preparing to go fishing, an old man approached him. The man's clothes were worn, and he carried a small, shabby bag. "Can you take me to the other side of the river?" the old man asked. Aiden hesitated. He desperately needed money and had already helped many people without charge. "I'm sorry, but I really need money. My mother is sick, and I have debts to pay," he explained. The old man looked at Aiden with kind eyes.
"I have nothing to give you, but I promise your kindness will be rewarded."
Aiden sighed, his heart aching with the decision. Finally, he nodded. "All right, get in. I'll take you across." The mysterious request. As they reached the middle of the river, the old man suddenly stood up. "Let me down here," he said. Aiden stared at him in shock. "Here? In the middle of the river? You'll drown," he exclaimed. The old man smiled and jumped into the water. Alarmed, Aiden dove in after him, determined to save the man. As he swam, he felt a strange current pulling him down. He held his breath and continued swimming until he found himself in a magical underwater world. Aiden surfaced in a serene, sparkling lagoon surrounded by lush greenery. In the center stood a magnificent tree with golden leaves that shimmered in the sunlight. The old man was standing beneath the tree, unharmed and smiling. The old man said to Aiden,
"Welcome, Aiden. This is the world of kindness. The tree you see before you is the tree of fortune. It rewards those who show true kindness without expecting anything in return."
Aiden was speechless, his eyes wide with wonder. "But why did you bring me here?" he asked. The old man's form shimmered and transformed into a regal figure, a prince. "I am Prince Ethan, the ruler of this magical world. I took the form of an old man to see if you would help someone in need, despite your own troubles. Your selflessness has brought you here." Prince Ethan led Aiden to the tree, which began to glow even brighter.
You have shown great kindness, Eden, and now is time for you to be rewarded. The Tree of Fortune will guide you to my palace, where you will receive the help you need.
Aiden followed the prince along a path that seemed to appear out of nowhere, leading through a forest filled with vibrant flowers and singing birds. He marveled at the beauty around him, feeling a sense of peace he hadn't felt in a long time. As they walked, the forest opened up to reveal a magnificent palace made of crystal and gold. It sparkled in the sunlight, casting rainbow hues across the landscape. Aiden's eyes widened in amazement as he took in the sight. Inside the palace, Aiden was greeted by courtiers and servants, all smiling warmly. Prince Ethan led him to a grand hall where the king, a wise and kind-looking man, sat on his throne.
Welcome, Eden. Prince Ethan has told me of your good deeds. You have a heart of gold, and we wish to reward you for your kindness.
The king clapped his hands, and a servant brought forth a chest filled with gold coins.
This is for you, Eden, to repay your debts and take care of your mother. Your kindness has brought you this reward.
Thank you, Your Majesty. This means more to me than you can imagine.
Remember, Eden, kindness always finds its way back to you often, when you least expect it. Continue to be kind, and the world will be a better place.
Returning home, Prince Ethan escorted Aiden back to the lagoon. As they stood by the water, the prince handed Aiden a small, golden pendant shaped like a heart. "This will remind you of the power of kindness," he said. Aiden thanked the prince and, with a final wave, dived back into the water. He swam upward and found himself back in his boat in the middle of the river. The old man was gone, but the chest of gold was there. Aiden returned to the village, paying off his debts and buying the medicine his mother needed. The villagers were amazed at his sudden fortune, but Aiden explained the story of the magical tree and the kind prince. From that day on, Aiden continued to help those in need, his heart filled with joy and his life transformed by the power of kindness. The golden pendant around his neck shone brightly, a constant reminder of the rewards that come from helping others. As the years passed, Aiden became known as the kindest man in the village. His story spread far and wide, inspiring others to help those in need without expecting anything in return. The village flourished, and Aiden's mother recovered, living happily with her devoted son. Aiden's good deeds continued to bring him unexpected rewards, proving that kindness is a treasure more valuable than gold. And so, the legend of the kind fisherman lived on, teaching children for generations that good deeds always help, even when we least expect it.